Okay, good morning, everyone. Today, I want to talk about why a home-based business as opposed to a traditional business. Why a home-based business as opposed to a traditional business? Okay, a home-based business, you can literally tap into a multi-million, sometimes multi-billion-dollar industry with low startup cost and low overhead. Low startup cost and low overhead. A traditional business, let's say you wanted to start a McDonald's franchise. Just to get started, the startup cost is going to be anywhere $200,000 to $300,000, upward $500,000 just to get started. And then the overhead every month to maintain the business is just astronomical. You know, just or think about starting your own business, your own traditional business. You would have to pay for the brick and mortar location. Then there's rent to keep the location. Then you got to think about the utilities, the electric. You know, you're going to want heat in the wintertime, the gas. Of course, you're going to need a telephone, the phone bill. Then you got to think about employees to run your business, right? Or help you run your business. Then you want to think about inventory. The overhead on a traditional business is just astronomical. But if you decide to start a home-based business, the startup cost is very low and the overhead is very low. And some people may say, well, no, I can't, a home-based business now, you know, I make this amount at my job. Okay, well, let me ask you this. Think about the number. Just envision the number in your mind of what you were worth. If anyone wanted to buy you, you know, everything about you, buy you as a person and use you on a day-to-day basis, you know, until, you know, you no longer want to be used. Just think about the number that you think you're worth, okay? And I can imagine that you're putting a lot of zeros and a lot of commas. Now, you got that number envisioned? Okay. Now think about the number that job paid you last year. Right, exactly. See, there's no cap on the potential of a home-based business. There's no, you write your own paycheck. And I'm not against jobs. I'm not, you know, sometimes, but the thing that I have against jobs is that it does not solidify you the quote-unquote American dream. You can't solidify financial freedom by working a 9 to 5. A 9 to 5 dictates to you your lifestyle. It dictates where you live. It dictates what school your children go to. It dictates what kind of car you drive. They tell you what time to go to lunch. How do they know when I'm hungry? Come on, man. It dictates your lifestyle. But a home-based business, you write your own check. I'm not against jobs. So a home-based business is much more feasible than a traditional business, because traditional business, let's say $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 up with the $500,000 to get started, and you're happy to see $1,300 back at the end of the month. But a home-based business, you can start up with $1,300, and the potential of earning $100K monthly is very feasible. So that's why I would say a home-based business is much more attractive to me than a traditional business. So with that being said, live on purpose and understand that what happens to you only represents about 10%. 10% is charged to what happens to you, but 90% is what you do in response. Take care, God bless, and take charge.